My boy, women are a very interesting topic, and one that can make or break your life. If you know how to treat them, they will treat you like a king, but if you don't, you will become nothing but a clown. In today's video, we will discuss what truly shakes a woman to her core. A great philosopher once said that women are more attracted to men who embody a certain set of traits that defy conventional notions of masculinity and challenge societal norms. These men, according to the philosopher, possess an inner strength and resilience that draws women in, while their ability to think for themselves and their willingness to go against the grain sets them apart from other men. They are not afraid to express themselves authentically and unapologetically, which is a refreshing change from the countless simps and beta males that women have to deal with on a daily basis. But who exactly was this philosopher? How did he come up with such profound insights? And most importantly, how can you apply these teachings to your own life? The answer, my boy, lies in the words of the great Friedrich Nietzsche. Let us dive deep into the philosophy of Nietzsche and explore how his ideas can help you become the kind of man who commands respect and admiration from everyone around him, especially women. You see, Nietzsche was a German philosopher born in 1844, who is best known for his radical and controversial ideas about morality, religion, and society. He rejected traditional religious beliefs and the prevailing morality of his time, which he saw as a stifling force that prevented individuals from reaching their full potential. Nietzsche's philosophy has had a profound impact on Western thought and continues to be studied and debated by philosophers and scholars today. But it is in his book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, that we find the most relevant passage for our discussion today. In this book, Nietzsche tells the story of a prophet named Zarathustra, who leaves his cave after 10 years of solitude to share his wisdom with the people. However, the people are unable to comprehend his teachings, and he ends up returning to his cave even more isolated than before. During his time in the cave, Zarathustra meets various characters who challenge him to reflect on his teachings and refine his ideas. One of these characters is a group of 3 women who represent different aspects of human nature. The first woman is beautiful and embodies the qualities of innocence and temptation. The second woman is a voluptuous blonde, who represents earthly desires and passions. The third woman is a veiled woman who symbolizes hidden potential and mystery. Each of these women challenges Zarathustra to consider the role of women and love in the life of a man, and it is through his interactions with them that we learn about the kind of man who can truly shake a woman to her core. So let us examine each woman and explore the lessons they hold for us. The first woman, the beautiful one, speaks to Zarathustra about the nature of love and asks him if it is possible for a man to love without being in love. She represents the idea that women often idealize love and romance, and they can sense when a man is not being genuine in his affection. According to Nietzsche, a man who is able to love without being in love is a man who is strong enough to overcome his own egoism and selfishness, who is willing to put the needs of another person before his own. This kind of love, Nietzsche suggests, is the highest form of love, but it is also the most difficult to achieve. The beautiful woman represents the challenge for men to rise above their base desires and to strive for a more elevated form of love. The second woman, the blonde voluptuous one, speaks to Zarathustra about the importance of embracing one's earthly desires and passions. She represents the idea that women are often attracted to men who are confident and unapologetic in their masculinity. This woman challenges Zarathustra to consider whether it is possible for a man to live a life that is true to himself without denying his natural desires and instincts. Nietzsche suggests that a man who is able to embrace his earthly nature is a man who is in touch with his own power and strength, and this kind of man is often seen as attractive and magnetic by women. The The blonde woman represents the challenge for men to embrace their natural desires and to live a life that is true to their instincts. The third woman, the veiled one, speaks to Zarathustra about the nature of hidden potential and the importance of remaining mysterious. She represents the idea that women are often intrigued by men who have a sense of mystery and who do not reveal everything about themselves. This woman challenges Zarathustra to consider whether it is possible for a man to remain true to himself without hiding parts of himself from others. Nietzsche suggests that a man who is able to maintain a sense of mystery is a man who is self-aware, understands the value of his own individuality. This kind of man is often seen as enigmatic and alluring by women. The veiled woman represents the challenge for men to embrace their individuality and to maintain a sense of mystery. Now that we have examined each woman individually, let us discuss how these lessons apply to the question of how to shake a woman to her core. According to Nietzsche, a man who can shake a woman to her core is a man who embodies all three of these qualities. He is a man who is capable of loving in a selfless and unconditional way, a man who is unapologetically masculine and in touch with his natural desires, and a man who maintains a sense of mystery and individuality. Such a man is rare because he defies the expectations and stereotypes that women often have of men. He is not the weak and submissive man that many women may be used to dealing with. Instead, he is a strong, confident, and independent man who is willing to live life on his own terms. He does not conform to the expectations of society or the desires of others, and this kind of behavior often catches women off guard. They are used to dealing with men who are desperate for their attention or who are willing to do anything to please them. But this man is different. He is not afraid to be himself, even if it means going against the grain. And this kind of authenticity and individuality are incredibly appealing to women. However, it is important to note that this kind of man is not perfect. He is not without flaws or weaknesses. In fact, Nietzsche suggests that it is precisely because he is human, with all of the strengths and weaknesses that come with it, that he is able to connect with women on a deeper level. He is not afraid to show his vulnerability or to open up to others, and this kind of vulnerability and openness are often seen as attractive and endearing by women. Let us remember that women, like men, are individuals with their own thoughts, feelings, and desires. They are not objects to be won or conquered, and a man who treats them with respect and dignity is always going to be more successful than one who is arrogant or entitled. A man who can shake a woman to her core is not necessarily the strongest or the most powerful man. It is the man who is true to himself, who embraces his humanity, and who treats women with respect and dignity. So ask yourself, my boy, what kind of man do you want to be? Do you want to be a man who plays it safe and conforms to the expectations of others? Or do you want to be a man who is true to himself and who shakes the world around him? The choice, my son, is yours. But remember, the path to greatness is never easy. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to go against the grain. By the way, do you want to forget to show some love and hit like for the algorithm to see the next best way to level up as a man? Watch these videos here.